Hey kids!
Hello my friends, welcome to Camoween. If you can't tell by the intro, it's begun. What I mean by this is... Oh sorry, I don't have my glasses. I prefer not to read putrid literature, but you feel that wafting in the air? It means I'm going to talk about a Stephen King movie. Today's Stephen King movie is The Shining. Arguably one of King's most hated movies, The Shining was directed by Stanley Kubrick and stars Jack Nicholson in a hotel-style version of the King's original writing. Now, I've heard this movie. I watched it, found it terrifying beyond belief, and in my personal opinion, I think this brilliantly captures the writing of Stephen King. Sure, this wasn't King's best work. In fact, he even did a wee TV miniseries to make up for the film. But it's not short of fantastic. Every single moment of the film, it tries to capture you for a jump scare. Films nowadays like It and King's movies nowadays like It and Pet Sematary, they're fine, but they don't really capture the writing of Stephen King. Make us feel for the characters, make us know what they are, so we too can suffer with them. The Shining actually does it like this. It does the complete opposite. It makes us hate every single character. From those creepy twins, to the lady in the bath, to that weird bartender, to even hating Jack himself, as he slowly loses his sanity and also is very abusive to his wife and child. Imagine how you must feel being isolated in a hotel with no one around you, just your family and nothing else. Well, I think The Shining brilliantly captured the writing of Stephen King, and I can see why he hated it. It doesn't really give the audience what he wanted. It only adds to the B-movie quality of this film, but it's an incredible story which leads to the most phenomenal climax I've ever seen in a horror film. What else can I say, but I liked it. I found it humorously non-offensive. I've seen plenty of other bad people try to review bad Stephen King movies, and The Shining's just not on the list. The Shining is a beautiful, fine example of King's writing, and if he hates it, that's his thoughts. If you hate it, that's your thought. As for myself, I find the film 100% brilliantly capturing every single moment that Stephen King had written. I haven't read the book, but if I do, and if you do see this film, I wouldn't regret it. It's a wild ride, and I don't think I ever want to get off, which is always a quaint at the Overlook Hotel. I'm Movie Cam, and Camoween has begun. Join me next time where I will be discussing Happy Death Day.